Hi guys, I know it's been a while since I do a car review, and the awkward thing is I'm gonna review my own car now. Yes, a lot of you has been asking me whether is that Volvo yours? Is that Volvo yours? Yes, I actually bought an XC90, and I'll explain why later. And but key of which, this is actually Volvo Malaysia's fleet unit. So I'm a cheapskate, so I actually told them I wanted the fleet unit and bought it off Volvo Malaysia. Okay, there are many reasons why I went for this car, because I've been looking around for a family car. I have 2 kids now, and my Audi S4, it fits the family. But when I fit a child seat in the car, it effectively turns the car into what is a 4-seater, right? When you have a child seat, and that's pretty cramped for my family. It's not that I have a big family, but we have 3 adults and 2 kids, all right? And when we go for road trips, even though that is a wagon, but it's more like a stylish wagon per se, because to fit all our luggage to Penang is alright, but if I were to do a Ipoh one night, Penang one night, you know, Kuala Terengganu one night, that car wouldn't be able to fit all that stuff in. Moreover, when you have a child, when you have a baby or a toddler, you have a lot of other things to carry. So I've been hunting around for a family car. You know, I looked at, of course, I love the V90, the Volvo V90 T6. I love that car, you know. It is spacious, it has a huge boot, but at the end of the day, I already have a wagon, and to go for another one is a bit weird to have 2 wagons. And I actually really wanted a 7-seater, but I do not want an MPV, because an MPV might be a very good family car, but it's not a good car. You know, cars where, you know, you have 4 doors, you have 5-seaters, you drive around yourself. MPVs always remind you that you have a minibus behind you, and yeah, I just never like MPVs. Of course, valve fires and all that, they are absolutely comfortable, but nah. This car will, if we're in a T-junction and a valve fire was there and I was barreling down at 80 km/h, I believe I will puncture through that tissue box there, okay? Turn it the other way around, I don't think so, okay? So this is, to me, the perfect family car for now. I mean, amongst the premium range, right? And another thing is, if you look at international prices, the XC90 is priced about the same level as a Range Rover Sport. That means if this car, if it weren't for it being a hybrid and locally assembled, this car will be anywhere around 750,000 to 800,000 ringgit. And we Malaysians are buying it on a bargain because of our hybrid incentive policies earlier on. So this car is a bargain. It is powerful, it's huge, it's refined, it's comfortable, it's extremely comfortable, and it is extremely safe, to say the least. Okay, I'm gonna go through the car a little bit on just saying what makes me like it so much. All right, yes, the mosquito infested spot that I always come for. Cheers. Hi guys. Now I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna try and go through everything about this car that makes me absolutely love it. Okay, first of all, the design. Okay, let's turn the camera around. Now, the design of this car. Now, this car was launched back in 2015, and after that, Volvo Malaysia has sort of try and optimize the specs. They did not try and skimp it at the first place, but it's just that they couldn't get it. When they rushed the car into Malaysia, they have to bring it in without the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, okay, even though it's inscription. And then after that, but the car came fully spec, alright. It has 360 cameras, it has the dual zone climate, 3-zone in fact, climate control. It has everything. It has panoramic roof, it has air suspension, the highest spec adaptive LED, the adaptive cruise control with lane departure assist. That means it's a semi-autopilot system. It was the most advanced car in terms of safety features. I think it still is now, mainly because Volvo updates the safety features via cloud. So I'm going to go to that later, okay? Now this one is the one that sort of arrived end 2000 or mid to end 2017, okay? This version that I have here is a little bit unique because something happened during the ordering process when they tried to add in the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, and somewhere in Europe somebody missed out the 360 cams. I kid you not. So this one actually comes with reverse camera with the Bowers and Wilkins sound system, but without the 360 cam. They have rectified it already, and the current versions all has everything. They have Bowers and Wilkins plus the 360 cameras, okay? I love the styling of this car. Now, when Thomas Ingenlath first took back, the design work for Volvo, he completely revamped its design, and I like the fact that even though all of them carries the Thor's hammer headlamp, they all are slightly different, from the XC90 to the S90 to the XC60, and of course the XC40. Okay. Now, as a car guy, I've always sort of liked the left field premium brands. 15 years ago, when Audi wasn't even popular at all, my favorite four brands are Alfa Romeo, Audi, Saab, and this guy here, Volvo. I just like that understated left field choice kind of thing about them, okay? So, but this is my first Volvo. I don't think it will be my last, because I really like everything that they're doing there. There is a cohesive attention to detail over the entire car. And you have to remember this, Volvo is a small company by any standards compared to the likes of BMW or the massive Audi group or Volkswagen group that owns Audi, and of course Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz should be on track to sell maybe 2.4 to 2.5 million cars this year. Volvo, somewhere about 700,000, which is the same volume or slightly more than Lexus. But remember, Lexus is behind the juggernaut Toyota, and Volvo is sort of independent. Even though Geely now owns it, it's rather independent. So Volvo is a small car company by any standard, and for them to make a car that fights with the topmost of European premium brands is not easy at all. Okay, now let me first go through some of the things that I really like about this car that you guys might not know. First of all, we all have car keys, right? Every car will come with 2 car keys, and these are Volvo's car keys. Volvo's car keys are Napa leather wrap, okay? It's Napa leather wrap, so whatever color your car seats are, whatever color your key will be. This is another part of attention to detail that I really, really like, okay? Now, every car gives you 2 of these, but Volvo, you get this as well. This is what we call an activity key, okay? So Volvo calls it an activity key. What do you do with it? Now, imagine this. Today you want to drive your car to the beach. Okay, imagine that you want to drive your car to the beach. You want to park by the beach and go for a jog by the beach, or you want to you want to go surfing, right? You know, all those car related commercials that show people bringing their canoes, their skis and all that, and then they went and do I don't know, jet ski or surfing. What happens to this? This is not submersible in water, and if you go for all these activities, the biggest problem is always the key. You You have to find some pouch and all that to hold them. But this one, that Volvo that comes with the car, it is waterproof, sort of shockproof, and it's very lightweight. You can just hang it through a lanyard or a wristband, and you can bring it with you for your activities. That means you can lock your car and go do whatever you like in the water, climbing whatever, in the mud, and you come back, you can unlock your car with this key. And then you can go in there and retrieve your actual key and start the car. That is a very, very good thing. Okay, let's go into the car. I guess all of you are familiar with the car already, right? Volvo seats, they are absolutely comfortable, and I love the pedal position, the sitting position of this car. Okay, so full LCD, okay, and then that's the interior that I guess everybody is familiar with it already, and I still like it a lot. At first, when I saw it 3 years ago, I just love it. I just absolutely love the design. It's very, very Swedish, very, very Scandinavian, real wood, you know, Bowers and Wilkins over there, and the design is just very, very nice. It's not overboard. It's rather understated, but you see a lot of little details. You see how this brush metal panel that houses the door lock and unlock, sort of slowly appearing with those holes that shows you the Bowers and Wilkins speaker inside. The classic Kevlar cone that Bowers and Wilkins uses, the yellow one. Okay, and then here you have the Oroforce crystal knob, which is, you can see now BMW puts crystal knob into their X7 concept car. That means BMW is moving that direction as well. And then this little stud knob is fantastic. The way you touch it, you can feel the knurled patterns, so they feel like actual crystal stuffs, you know, from Oroforce. So that's how you do crystal cuts on your cups and all that, right? On your glassware. So overall, I just love the ambience of the cabin. It's very comfortable, very soothing. It's not over the top at all. Then here you have the Bowers and Wilkins sound system. You have a colored graphics heads-up display. Everything is just very, very nice. It's not the type of very, very swanky, over-the-top design, and that's what I like about it. Okay, here you have the simple ones where you pause and play music, volume knob, and I like the design of it a lot. And here we have a electronic release for the glove compartment. This is more like a gimmick, but it helps to not have anything ruin the design here. And of course, it's another thing that sets the XC90 as a flagship apart from the rest, right? And I think I've gone through the cup holders quite a few times already. There you go. This part, this is really, really nice. Okay, this is your cup holders, but it also doubles as a phone holder. You're like, are you sure? Yes. Cups and phones are designed for our palm, so there is a size where they can meet in between, that you can put your cups and you can also hold your phone. A brilliant design. I like it a lot. Okay, electronic brake release, and then you have the a nice compartment here with 2 USB ports. Yeah, so that's the front compartment, and it's just a very, very comfortable place to be. This is where it houses all the clever systems, the frameless mirrors, and yeah, you have all this that are practical. I love that. I kind of hope that, oh yeah, this thing, nobody else does that. This little clip here, when you pay for your parking, just slot your ticket over here. Convenient. You won't slide inside your dashboard and all that nonsense, right? But I kind of hope that Volvo actually gives 2 of these. You know, one over here and one over there. That would be really good, because some condominiums that we stay, you know, we could have used that to put our sensor card and all that, but that's really asking too much. Okay, the seats, Volvo seats are famous for being extremely comfortable. Yes, I can sit in here for 7 hours, 8-hour journey. I don't feel tired at all. Okay, and even this part, the leg compartment and all that is just nicely optimized. All right, it has a better pedal to seat arrangement than my 6 Series. Kid you not. Okay, so you come to the back. It's spacious enough, it's comfortable. I can slot my feet underneath. The aircon vents are where they should be. Even if it's in the middle, they point it upwards. It's not like this and pointed to, right? It's here and it's pointed upwards. So it's very nice. And I get my own control panel at the back here. You know, you can lock it to prevent the kids from playing with it. And there are reading lights at the back here. Okay, there's a hook for your jackets. It's just a very, very pleasant place to be, even at the back here. Okay, even if it is 40-20-40 split folding, you still get an armrest with cup holders. See that? Okay. Overall, as a 5-seater car, it is extremely comfortable. Let alone it is a 7-seater. Okay. Oh dear, I have my child lock in front. Let me unlock. Yeah, that's the child lock. Oh, there's another thing that I want to talk about is the buttons. The buttons in this car. Okay, look at it. Any one of you with a F10 5 Series, you will know what I'm talking about. Okay, all the row of buttons in your center console. Okay, now the printing of the buttons is actually underneath the lacquer. This gloss black lacquer. Okay, what this means is this car can be 10, 20, 30 years and the legends will still be in there. Yeah, even for this row of button, that entire row of button, yeah, they will not fade because they're hidden behind the lacquer. I like that. And here, of course, you have a sunshade. Okay, a nice sunshade. Alright, let's check out the boot. Oops, sorry for that. Now that's the tonneau cover. Now there's one thing that they didn't put into this car is that the tonneau cover doesn't have a dedicated holder because they need to clear off the space for us to have the luggage separator. So this one is a classic Volvo design. You have the luggage separator. You can put loose items here. You can hang your plastic bags here, and then put these down. Underneath here, you have the charger. There is a compartment for the charger. I think newer ones, the S90 and all that, it comes with a bag, and it has a very nice dedicated place for the bag. Okay, here you have some hooks, you know, to hook your stuff. There's even the rating over there. So overall, as a 5-seater family car, right, you get a huge boot to stuff your stuff, and you get a comfortable first, second row, and then this tonneau cover, and of course, it is a very, very good 7-seater as well, which I shall demonstrate. Okay, and here as well, you can lower the car so that it's easier for you to load heavier objects, or you can raise it up. Okay, and power boot. Yeah, you get everything with this car. Oh, there's another thing I want to talk about. The wipers. You can't see it from here, but you don't see any spray nozzles on the front, right? The wiper has the water nozzles hidden inside the wiper, so the water actually comes out together with the wiper, exactly how you want it, where you want it. It's fantastic. Okay, so these are all the things that makes me really, really like this car. I just couldn't find another one. I mean, yes, there's the Audi Q7, but first of all, I hate the design. The Q7 was once the prettiest 7-seater SUV, and now after so many years, I try my best to slowly let it grow on me. It doesn't grow on me. That car just doesn't look good. That car actually rides quieter than this. But the third row isn't as usable as this. This one has a proper third row where, as an adult, I can sit there rather comfortably. It won't be as comfortable as the second row. I'll be lying if I say so, okay? But at least I fit in, and then there are places for me to put my foot. I get to sit nicely. That is the third row. The Q7, yes, I do fit, but I have to adjust myself to be able to fit in there. That is the same case as the CX-9 as well. The CX-9 might be a little bit more tighter than the Q7 even. So, yeah, from all this, balancing between performance, comfort, technology, everything, right? This guy ticks everything. The Q7 has the performance with the 3-liter one, but you don't get any of those safety systems, you know. And then you have the 2-liter one, which doesn't even come with a panoramic roof. The 2-liter one, the CR-V outspecs that car. You know, that's the funny part. Then there's the actually the CX-9. I quite like the CX-9. It has the 2.5 turbo, which is rather okay, but it just doesn't feel as sophisticated as this. But the CX-9 is quieter than this. Yeah, it is quieter than this car, especially on rougher roads, slower traffic and all that. That car is slightly more quieter than this. But overall, the interior packaging, the interior, everything combines. It just doesn't exude the same feel. I mean, maybe the CX-9 is very Lexus. Yeah, it is very, very Lexus. You know, it's a very Japanese kind of approach. Even the design, I think the design is prettier than a Lexus RX. It looks more premium than a Lexus RX. And it's sit in the front compartment, it feels more premium as well. The only thing that Mazda needs to fix is add a little bit of sophistication to how they design the dashboard, the speedometer, and maybe the UI on their Mazda Connect, MZD Connect. Then they'll feel 100% premium. That's what they are lacking now. So yeah, overall, this is my car now. I did not sell the Audi S4 because, as you all know, the whole used car value has tanked. Market has tanked. So, and I'm someone who everybody will say, oh, that's a very bad advice. I'm someone who takes the longest loan I can possibly take to buy a car, because if I were to borrow 100 ringgit from you, and I tell you by next year I will return you 102 ringgit or 103 ringgit, you will think that that's a silly proposition, right? Yeah, we are getting such a good deal from interest rates now. Why don't you use it, right? I will never dump a shitload of cash on a car. No way. I'll just take a loan. Yeah, let the banks pay for it. I'll slowly service the banks. You know, I got a car. I use yeah. That's my logic. I tell you what, the logic that everybody says, you know, pay off your car quicker so that you save on the interest, you know, especially Chinese. That thinking came from the 90s or late 80s. But now it's 2%, 2.5. Why not? Okay, so yeah, this is a car that I really like. I will, along the next few weeks or months, I will slowly go through all the little bits that makes me love this car with you guys. Alright, cheers.